Hi there, Liam Ward here at LearnTheHarmonica.com to give you a lesson on train rhythms, imitating trains on harmonica. The kind of thing I'm talking about is this sort of thing. That sort of thing. I'm going to give you just a basic one that will take slowly, and then you can speed it up and it'll sound something like what I just played then. So the basics of it, you've got your mouth over holes 1, 2 and 3. Oh, I'm on a G harmonica, by the way. It sounds nicer on the low harmonicas. You can do it on this is a C. I don't think it sounds quite as nice as the low ones, where the chords sort of ring out more. But you're on the bottom 3 holes, so your mouth is covering 3 holes. It's quite loose, so you don't need to play any single notes for this. And you breathe in, and then you breathe out. And then the rhythm that I'm using, when you breathe in again, you move to just holes 1 and 2. So you can tilt your head, or you can kind of take your mouth from there to there. So it's in out on 1, 2, 3, and then it's in on 1, 2, and then it's out on 1, 2, 3. So. You can miss out the 1, 2 draw, or rather do a 1, 2, 3 draw, so that it's just in, out, just on 1, 2, 3. Now, there's only one more thing to it than that, and it's that on each in-breath and each out-breath, we need to articulate, we need to split up that chord, so that we're not just having one sort of sound on the in-breath and then one on the out-breath. I'm actually saying duh, so I'm putting a duh in the middle of the chord, and that means that I'm touching the roof of my mouth with my tongue and then coming off it again. So I'm not starting with a duh sound, because that sounds too choppy, I think, if you start with one like that. So I'm starting just by breathing in, so just and then I put the duh. I'm doing the same on the out breath, and the same on 1, 2, and then the same on the out breath. And you'll notice that the most of the note is before the articulation, before the duh. So it goes da da, and then it stops short after that. The duh da 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 da, and that gives you the right sort of a clickety clack, because we're doing the kind of the steam trains here, you know, so you need a clickety clack, and that's what gives you that, is that rhythm, because if you split it up too straight, so you're going, it just doesn't quite, it doesn't have the same kind of clickety sound to it as. So those are the 4 movements and the rhythm that you need to have, and it's just those 4 in and out breaths repeated again and again. So I just kind of think of them as 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm kind of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's just repeated like that. And then you want to start to try speeding up, as I just did then. The best thing is to sit and try this really slowly at first and just concentrating on getting a really good rhythm, the right sort of articulation, so you're getting that da, and the right order of notes, and so that you've got those basics really slowly. Don't try and speed it up until you've really got those. Like that, and then once you are getting those at a slow speed, get yourself hold of a metronome and sort of get that tapping away, or if you haven't got a metronome, then just sort of stamp your foot. And pick a speed that you can just about get, and then wait until you're comfortable with that and keep on moving it up gradually until you get into a point where you're getting a like that, and that can be part of the kind of piece you do. This can be a bit of a party piece, this, and you can start with a slow train, so you're just leaving the station, and you can do the train whistle as well, which, by the way, is just 4/5 draw usually, or you could do 3/4 draw, but 4/5 draw, and I'm giving it a bend, or 3/4 draw. So I'm kind of starting with a bend and then putting another one in. So I'm kind of up, down, up. And that's your train whistle, so you can do that as you're kind of leaving the station, and you've got a kind of, it's building up speed. You can do going through a tunnel as well, which is when I cup it with my hand. So from when you cup it, it kind of mutes the sound a bit. So I'm trying to get an airtight seal all around my hands so that there's less air coming out. And it kind of gives the effect of it kind of being further off, or kind of muted by something like going through a tunnel, that sort of thing. But the basics of it remain the same throughout all of this. It's just that same rhythm, just a fast speed. So all it is it gets your harmonica spitty, this. And when I sped up, then there was a point at which I wasn't doing the switch to the 1/2. I was just doing 1 2 3 in and out the whole time. So I was just getting. And that's a variation you can choose to do when you want. You can put the kind of the just slight switch to the 1-2 instead of just 1-2-3 in, for your own taste, your own choice, or you can just keep it simple, just the kind of in and out, and that's all you're doing. There are other ways to play train rhythms. They're not all exactly this way, and this is kind of, I think, the easiest way to do it. The sort of the way, if you haven't done much playing, then this is still accessible to you, and really you just want to take this slowly and work at getting the things I talked about before, so the rhythm and the direction of breath spot on at a slow speed. And the only other thing I should say actually is, I find often when people try this, when they speed up, they sort of tighten up and they end up sort of pulling on the notes too much and pushing the notes too much. And really you can play this really quietly, really softly, even at a fast speed. People tend to tense up when they want to go fast. So just try and relax with it, and just don't let yourself completely tense up. I mean, the breath is fast, obviously you kind of like that, but that doesn't mean that you have to be really tense in terms of everything here and here. You want to try and keep it relaxed and not sort of bite down on the harmonica and not pull too hard, push too hard, because you can still play it really sort of. I'm using very little breath there. I'm really not kind of sucking really hard or kind of pushing really hard on the notes. I'm just sort of taking my time with that, or at least, sorry, playing gently, because that's all that you need to do. So just try and relax as you're playing this, and that's why it's important to only speed up when you're ready, because if you try to speed up before you're able to do, you know, if all you've got is, and then you try, it's not gonna work, and you really are gonna tense up. So you need to do it gradually in increments. So take your time with that. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Check out some more at LearnTheHarmonica.com.